Hello, and welcome to today's lesson. Today we are drawing Darth Vader, and we'll be doing it in a Squishmallow style. And you can follow along with the picture on the left. So let's go ahead and get started with his body. For that, we're going to draw a square. It's going to be a square, but it's going to have rounded edges. So start with a shape just like that right there. And if it's easier, draw a square first and then round the edges. So that is going to be our base for his body, and then we're going to do his helmet. For that, let's come up to the top here, and we're going to draw an M shape. So come up here, curve it down, and then back up, just like that. So we got kind of an M shape here. And then we want to extend his helmet out, so we're going to follow this line. Just come out, just like that, and then bring it back in. Do the same thing on the other side. Just come straight out, curve it out and down, and then bring it in. So this is going to look like it's wrapping around the back of his body there. And then we want to do the same thing. We want to follow this M shape. So we're going to come up here, just draw a curve in the middle, then we're going to follow it down on the right, just bring it all the way down, and we're just going to come straight across right through here. So we're just going to connect that. So just come down and connect it. So that's the outside of his helmet right there. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Just follow this line, bring it up and down, follow all the way down, and then we're just going to bring this line out and connect it. So that is the outside of his helmet here, and then this is the back side where it's wrapping around the back of his body here. All right, then we can go ahead and erase these lines going through the helmet. All right, now we want to draw the top of his helmet. For that, we just want to get an idea of the size. So I'm just going to draw a little guideline coming up here just to see how tall the helmet's going to be. And then I'm going to come out here on the left, just bring it up and over. And this line in the center just helps us get it even on both sides. So there's the left side. And then we'll just bring it down on the right. Maybe come over here and get an idea where we want it to land. So maybe we'll just bring it up here and bring it over. So there's the top of his helmet. Then we can erase this line here. And in the pictures it looks like he has two lines going through the center of his helmet, so we'll go ahead and add those. Just draw those right in the center here, one on the left and then one on the right. All right, so that is our shape so far. Remember, if you ever need more time, you can always pause the video. Now we'll go ahead and start on the bottom part of his body. For that, let's start with the arm first. So we're going to draw his arm coming out here, just like this. Just draw a little rectangle shape coming out to the right. That's going to be his arm. And then right at the end here, we're just going to draw another little square, just like that right there. This is going to be his hand holding his lightsaber. All right, so now that we have that basic square, just come down right in the center, just draw a line down. This is going to be his thumb. Bring it down and over, and then curve it up. So down, over, and curve it up. And then we're going to make it look like his fingers are curving around the lightsaber. For that, we're just going to bring this all the way down. Just bring it straight down and connect it at the bottom here. All right, so there are his fingers folded over, and then his thumb wrapped around the lightsaber. And for the lightsaber, we're just going to do a little rectangle on top here, just like that. Then we're going to kind of narrow it at the bottom. Just bring a line down on the left, bring it across and back up. So you see there it looks like he's holding the handle of the lightsaber. And then again, I like to use guidelines just to help us even everything out and give us an idea where everything is going to be placed. So just bring a line up. This will give us the length. So if we mess up, it's a lot easier to erase one line than a whole bunch. So that's going to be his lightsaber. So we're going to make it wide at the bottom here, and we're going to narrow it up top. Just bring it all the way up, and I'm just going to come around this line here and then straight back down. Remember, it gets narrow at top, wide at the bottom. And then we can erase this center line here. All right, so that's what we should have so far. Now we're going to start on his cape. For that, we're just going to come over to the top of his arm where it meets the body, and we're just going to draw a line straight across his body here. That's going to be the beginning of the top of his cape. And then we're going to find the center, somewhere right in there. Okay, that's the center of our line. And then we're going to draw the cape draped over his arm. So come up here to the end of his arm, right at the point here where his arm meets his hand. We're going to curve a line in and then bring it out and then back up to meet this point right here, just like that. So this is his cape, and it's going to be folded over his arm. And then on the other side, this part of his cape is just going to be draped over the left side of his body here. So we're just going to curve it down, just like that right there. All right. And then we'll come out here on the left side, curve it out, and we're just going to come straight across the bottom. So curve it out and bring it up. And then we can erase some of these lines. All right, so there is our image so far. Now we'll go ahead and start on his body. For that, he's got a shoulder piece that goes across. So we're gonna draw that right across through here, just meeting at the bottom of the cape. And then he has some lines coming down through there. So that is his shoulder piece that wraps around his shoulders under the cape. And then right in the center of his chest is a little box. So we're going to draw that box. It's a little computer panel. It's supposed to help him with his breathing. So just draw a little box right under that line that we drew for the shoulders. And then we'll just draw some buttons. We'll do a little square on the right, one on top and one on bottom. And then we'll do a couple little rectangles coming down like this. And then two right below that. So there is the box on his chest. And then right below this box, we're going to add some little boots. For that, we're just going to draw a little arch. Just draw one on the left, and then one on the right. And then we're going to come over and just draw some little square shapes. This is going to be the tread on his boots. Do the same thing on the other side. And then we'll just come across and draw a little line to separate the tread from the top of his boots. Just like that right there. Then we can erase this line going through. All right, and then the cape, we see how it's draped over here on his arm. It's gonna come down. Just draw a line right behind his arm here. And we're just gonna draw a line coming across. Just like that. Just follow it all the way through and then bring it across here. I think I'm gonna bring this line just down a little bit more, just so it looks like the front of the cape is a little bit longer than the back, because the back is going to be kind of curved behind him. All right, so you see here, this is the front of the cape, and then we just drew a line straight across. You see how it looks like it's draped over to make it look like it's the back part of his cape. And now all we have to do is finish up with his face. For that, we're going to start with his eyes. So just come up right under this curve here. We're just going to draw a big circle on the left, then a big circle on the right. Just bring it up and connect it to the top of his helmet. Then we're going to just draw another one right on the inside. Just come in. It's going to be a little wider here and then kind of narrower on the inside. So a little wider on the outside and then narrow on the inside. And then he has this little dome shape right between his eyes, so we're going to draw that. Just come up right between his eyes, draw a little arch, and then connect it. Then we're going to draw that triangle part of his mask underneath. So right under this little dome, just come out to the left, and then come out to the right, and then we'll connect that. And then right on each side, right at these points here, he's got a little circle on each side. We'll draw that. And then in the center here, he's got some rectangles. So we'll draw one on the left and one on the right. Just like that. So draw two rectangles in the center. And then we're going to draw a triangle on each side. So just draw a triangle on each side of these rectangles. One on the left and one on the right. Alright, so there is the front part of his face piece. And then we're just going to add a little accent for his cheeks. For that, just come right down on the curve here, right at this corner. We're going to come down, just like that, and bring it up. Same thing on this side, just bring it down, and then curve it back up. And that looks like his cheekbones on his mask there. And there we have a quick and easy Squishmallow Darth Vader. Now we'll go ahead and outline them and add some color. All right, here's our finished picture. We hope you enjoyed the lesson, and if you'd like to see more videos like these, please consider subscribing to support the channel. And remember, be kind, work hard, and keep drawing, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.